Poem for Amal Hussain. Your mother's name is Miriam, and it'll be the same in the other place, as your body is washed and dressed, as she sings to you through a black veil, as your body is hoisted light as a feather. Little one, this world is brutal and stupid, caught often on the edge of greed's tongue, lips smacked by ego, a man wearing a crown. Think of it. Let him wear the bones of these children as his crown, bones jetting up like driftwood over skin. 2. Well, leave that here, little lady. Go weightless, go as light returning as reflection. You are the scout, the one who comes before your mother and brothers, your sister and time spent in war done. Now you're the hand in the water of light, a little ghost who knows the way. Meta language. Memory and imagination border each other in the mind. They can't help but be lovers, crawling over facts and illusions, unison, melting down a common recollection and otherwise blank piece of thought. Edges disappear between the membrane. A white organ turns over in the mind, burns gray, burns at a high heat. The detail reformed and ran again on display behind the teeth, being formed into language. A warm circulation of phonemes clicked by the palate, off tongue, spilled on breath, investigated behind eyes, behind blood rushing through sockets, delivering an image, a sleight of hand, something illusory, recognized as nonlinear as the absence of body, as glowing reworked happenstance moves, to be categorized until finally forgotten, misplaced to resurface, remembered as a solid, as part of the personal, a shape to be reconstructed, a piece of the infinite whole, a blackness underneath, a sound sleep, the backwater flow in tide and ebb brings forth as current, as story told outside the loop, outside the body mass. Walls. Having panic attacks mixed with compression on my chest barely better than falling from an airplane or doing a 30-mile road march, much better than some of the food. But it's the same as getting the news about walls on an afternoon when I sat down and pulled myself back to the barracks, and that a momentary glimpse is fading, is stuck on miles of barbed wire, uncut, being wrapped around a body mass, laid to rest in the greenest fields my mind can imagine. 82nd Airborne Series. Years ago, I was part of a war simulation outside 29 Palms in the California desert, or the National Training Center, a remote locale spread over thousands of square miles inside Death Valley. And our deal there was to take and secure an airfield. After parachuting in, getting boots on the ground, had it done by morning, set up my mortar on a ridge, transport makeshift caravan rolling across the divide, led by a Humvee lifting smoke over the sidewalls of the vehicles, covering the men inside with dust. I directly laid on the movement in front of me and fired 5 60mm rounds above them, switching the detonation of the projectile from dug in to overhead. That action tallied that morning killed 126 people. COVID series. World reconciles its nature, or nature reconciles the world. Beyond the fires of campgrounds, springing up left and right, bottom floor wheezing lung butter virus rises like heat through the pipes, and air filtration saturates in fog. There's a difference here. Penthouse disinfectant aerosol vapor does very little as the bloodstream pumping blue blood reaches for oxygen. The mouth gaped under plastic. The room is moving faster. The doctors heard every third word, a sense of urgency that starts in the people mass, a blue place, and ends looking up from a gurney in a hallway full of strangers. Virus licks nipple, pubic hair, bottom lips exposed, drips on the floor, cleaned that morning with bleach. No words to categorize the smell of plague in crematoriums, bed sheets, all working in the same areas of hell. This Bardo reality, a glimpse, tip of a cock, engulfed in flames, incinerated blue flame, sprouts through the cardboard box, eyes melt, mind melts, Fire in the forest of your body hair, mouth full of fire, bones boil. There is a retreat going on in the chest, a pullback to the organs. Space and time looked for to change directions, to repeat correctly. Disengaged body traveled as breath over doctors, nurses, machines. Thinner. Poem for Nahla al-Othman, 4 years old, Syrian refugee camps. Because clothing was scarce, you wore blue rain boots, a pulled stretch pants with elastic waist, cat on your shirt, and above that brown locks given to you by your mother. Because medical aid and fresh water never touched your skin, the children called you mother of germs. Your hands with sores so small off fingertips burst while throwing rocks at a tree outside. The tent your father provided, he, in his worry of the butcher, Bashar al-Assad, who is taking a warm shower in a suite in Paris, never seeing your shackled body, or crib made into steel prison, your face malnourished, cheeks touching each other, and the walls of the mouth dry, sand-filled crevices, opened and choking, a closed and trapped windpipe, and now, as they lay you to ground, focus on sky, a clean and blue ocean of air, with you swirling. Synthetic air. Moon moves above smoke, embers in the air, falling like snowflakes on the hood, windshield of the car, dashboard, glove compartment, masks, in case caught in the cold mist and spray of the virus. It takes hold in the body like claws on a lobster, lungs glued together in mucus, collapses capacity to breathe. Only here can it really be seen up close in faces, along the street to a subway headed towards Jamaica. Cabin, a coffin, recycled air, astral projections lifted off their feet towards an opening made underground. Days of the week. Vaccines 2020. Told her I'd meet her that first Monday. Monday came and went. He said Tuesday. Tuesday was no good for me, so Wednesday. Wednesday it is, but no show for them Thursday. Last Thursday we had our COVID test Friday. Friday before that they found out all infected next Saturday. Saturday, yes, all of them in a hospital till Sunday. Sunday today, and everyone is on their knees praying. Vocation for JCO. Knowledge kept in a purse, outside world unknown. What could you be sure of, speak of with certainty, that which you witnessed in silence and awe, wonder? It's not for me to tell you of delusions, faces, shifting, identity in a three-part name, in a little house on the prairie, kind of childhood that, too, no longer exists, just you as proof. The relic, dragged skeleton, skull bumping the ground as it's carried, you with 10 lovers to your name. Tell me what you know of language. Tell me about your poems. Here, in mine, I'm whipped with a belt across my eyes, my inner mind working. In yours, eyes, sets, echo of words spoken, unspoken. Hazel, Satori, ground disappearing with time. That which holds these varicose veins, the work of writing while sinking into a black armchair of voices.